manhwas that leave you wanting more. Number 5. Weak Hero. The Union. A group of ruthless fighters controls the area with an iron fist, and students keep their mouths shut out of fear that they would be the next victim. As their favorite type of entertainment, the delinquents at the top of the hierarchy abuse the weak. Here comes Gray Yin, a perfect student who was expelled from his middle school and landed up in Yunjiang. Despite his small size, Gray is a clever fighter who uses ruthless and calculated strategies to surprise and outmatch his opponents. As the Union tries to take him out, Gray must fight his way up the ranks with the help of Ben Park, one of the school's best fighters, and gradually becomes one of his friends. While fighting is at the heart of the story, there is also equal attention paid to Gray's growing bond with the gang of delinquents he finds himself in. Many of them have had difficult pasts, and it is only through their mutual trust that they are able to move past their pain and improve as people. Number 4. Lookism. Park Hyung has spent all 17 years of his life at the bottom of the food chain. Short, overweight, and unattractive, he is used to being bullied by his classmates and constantly discriminated against for his looks. In an attempt to escape his biggest bully, he decides to transfer to a vocational school in the capital, which is known for its liberal education system and carefree students. Days before his transfer, Hyung Park wakes to find that he is no longer in his usual chubby body, but is instead in a perfect body. Tall, handsome, and beautifully toned, Hyung Park has become the ideal version of himself. The only problem is that his original body still lays beside him, and when falls asleep in one body, he awakens in the other. Now possessing two different bodies, he must learn to navigate his new life at school, and solving the mystery of where his second body came from. Number 3. Study Group. This manhwa is telling the story of a guy named Gamin, a normal student who wants to get high grades at school and have a successful future. However, he constantly gets low grades, which is why no one is accepting him to get in their study group. For that reason, he decided to form his own group and invite students in it. The issue is that he is studying at a school famously known as the School for Future Criminals, which isn't exactly the best place to learn. As the story progresses, he came to learn that his previous private tutor, Hankyeon, will teach at his school to obtain her teacher certificate, and it appears that both of them are reaching for the impossible, with her trying to be the best teacher and convincing the delinquent students to the right path, and Gamin trying to avoid fighting at all costs and enrolling students to his group. Number 2. Get Schooled. This manhwa features a lot of commentary on the difficulty of educating delinquents and how many modern laws like the taboo of a teacher punishing a student often make it harder to do their jobs. The modern high school is a hell for teachers. After the passing of the Anti-Corporal Punishment Act, students now take full advantage of the fact that corporal punishment is outlawed and torture and bully to their heart's content. And teachers who stand against them soon find themselves in court. Enter the main character working as teacher's rights protection agent to teach troublesome students a few lessons of his own. Backed up by the Ministry of Education, he is more than prepared to clean up the schools of the country and put the little brats back in their place. Number 1. Mercenary Enrollment. The main character of this manhwa, Yuijin, was the only survivor of a plane crash when he was 8 years old in a foreign land. To survive, he was shipped to a mercenary camp to train his capabilities, marksmanship, and combat prowess into those of a skilled killer. However, 10 years later, after encountering soldiers deployed from South Korea, he rediscovers his remaining family, an adorable little sister and a warm-hearted grandfather. Upon returning to his home country, a new life is presented to Ijin, to live the mundane life of a typical high school student, from scheming bullies to newfound friendships. However, when his past begins to catch up to him, Aijin will have to use his years of experience on the battlefield to protect his loved ones.